Hello. To my left, you can't see very easily, but is Pittington Hill in the distance, where I did that mapping back when it was snowing. Weather's a lot nicer now, although being the UK, there are some grey clouds about, so it could rain at any time. If you're waiting for that Pittington Part 2 video, where I'll actually edit the map and the struggles I have of that, I'll publish up next week. So don't worry, it will be published next week, and then from there I'll try and continue with my video every 2 weeks. But I wanted to interrupt for a bit and talk about State of the Map. So State of the Map is the annual conference of OpenStreetMap, where lots of members of the community, those that do this like me as a hobby, or those that work in jobs related to OpenStreetMap, they come together. International thing. We sometimes have 500 or so, between 300 and 500 people, and we listen to talks and workshops about OpenStreetMap. So about how we're mapping our goals or our progress in different parts of the world, about the development, different tools to edit OpenStreetMap, to record OpenStreetMap, lots of other things, different cartography and uses. There's often talks by people like Facebook and Mapbox about how they're using OpenStreetMap. And it's always very exciting, these people coming together in one place. You get to meet them. I love the breakout sessions, the bits in between when you're grabbing coffee and you have a chat and it's, oh, what do you do and how are you involved in OpenStreetMap? And so that's always interesting, getting to meet different people. Last year it was online for obvious reasons, but still that idea of us coming together was really, really good. We were still there, lots of people. Time zones were a bit of a challenge, so people joined at different times, but there were chat rooms and breakout sessions. So we still had that sense of community coming together. For the last 2 sessions, for the last 2 years rather, I've run a session called Meet a Mapper, or Meet an OpenStreetMapper. And it's been quite an informal thing. So first did it in 2019, and it was a bit to fill a gap in the program. I asked 4 people to come to the front. I asked them beforehand, and I just chatted to them. Some nice questions. Who are you? How are you involved in OpenStreetMap? And we had lots of variants on where they were from. Last year I did it online. I just had 2 people. I interviewed them on a video call. I say interviewed. Again, it was a chat. How did you get involved? What did you do? What's your interest in OpenStreetMap? Do you edit locally? Do you write software or help the community? And they were 2 very different people I spoke to. I really like that format. I think it's very much what OpenStreetMap's like, just getting to know people and finding out we're a really varied bunch. I know there's hundreds of us or thousands of us around the world all doing different things. But this year I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to propose a session called Meet a OSMer or Meet a Mapper, because I think if I always do it, it'll become quite a specific group. It's always hard to break from that. The first time I did it, I did ask someone else, do you know anyone who would be up for this? But a few of those people were my friends. It's easy to do that. So I think it would be better if someone else led this session, proposed it, and I mean multiple people could propose it. Figure out who you know from different communities or different roles in OpenStreetMap, and ask them, would they speak with you on camera for a few minutes? And then you can put that together. Well, ask them first, get their permission, and then propose it as a session. If you want to propose a talk for OpenStreetMap, for State of the Map, the conference, anyone can do that. The applications are online now. You just have to go to the website. I'll put that at the bottom and say what you want to do. But yeah, it'd be nice if someone proposed that. If you want advice or help, feel free to drop me a message. Twitter's maybe the best way to get hold of me. yeah, it'd be really nice to see someone else host that kind of session and have different people. I'd love to do that. And I'm involved a bit in the organising committee. I would wholeheartedly support someone else applying to do that kind of participation. The other bit I want to suggest is I think chatting is a nice format to talk about other things. So if you've got something you think you should share with the OpenStreetMap community, if you've been working in a certain area, you want to share your progress, a bit like I do on the videos, maybe just of what you've done yourself, or your region, your country, how well are they editing OpenStreetMap, what are your unique problems and issues, or are you working in software, have you developed something interesting, or you're mapping a certain kind of thing. There's lots of things. I mean, look at the call for participation, because that details it a lot better. But if you're unsure about sharing, talking in front of a camera, I'm happy to do kind of the chat style with you, to have a video call and we could discuss, and I could ask you the questions and help format that, because I think that's maybe a bit more comfortable for some people than just talking straight off and having to feel you got well spoken. So if you'd like to do that, make sure you've got some time. You contact me beforehand, but drop me a message, we can discuss that and we can see how we could do that together, to propose it. So make sure you've got enough time, because I'm not always fastest to reply, that you can chat to me and still get your proposal in, and we can agree to do that together. But yeah, I'll put details in the description for you. I should make sure you know that the deadline to put in your call for participation is the 4th of April. So you will need to get on with that. It's not too hard to fill it out. And then if you get accepted, it's a case of filming your talk, whether you propose something just by yourself or doing the video call with someone. You record that. That will get used and played at the scheduled time during the conference, and then you'll be available to do Q&A session with people live once they've watched your talk. So you got the 4th of April. Make sure you get in, just detailing what you want to do. When it does come to filming it, you need to doing it outdoor in daylight. Natural light is always good. Don't do what I did when I tried to film this earlier. I had my phone camera on a tripod and on a railing and on a disused railway bridge. It wasn't on very secure, so when I came back to the camera it fell off and fell into a tree. So don't do what I did. Make sure your camera is secure, and I'm sure it's not too hard to do the filming, but the organising team for the conference will give you some advice on that. Next week you can watch part 2 of me mapping Pittington.